Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper. And wow, the time is flying. It's Tuesday again. And that means it's time for the weekly virtual coffee and a card class. This is the very last one. After this, I am rebranding this weekly Tuesday video to Parcels in the Post. And stay tuned to the end of the video and I will show you which projects I will be sharing in December and how this new program is going to work. And in the meantime, we're going to take a look at the very last card in the Arctic Bears series. This one is, again, quite a simple card, but I really like it because it shows you a different way to use one of the dies. So let's take a peek. Here we go. All right, so this is the card. And pardon the mouse cord in here. I need to get a new mouse for my computer. I'm just going to move it so that it's not too distracting. Yeah, you see that cord? That's also, it's crazy. Anyway. You've got to work with what you have. And here are the bears. And this one involves both of the cute little bear cubs. You can see that they look slightly vanilla-ish. They are stamped on shimmery white cardstock. And the trees are from Peaceful Cabin. So we've got Arctic Bears, and then we have Peaceful Cabin. And we're going to do the trees. Now, do you see the bottom underneath the bears here? I'm going to show you where that came from. It comes from this die here. And I don't know if you grew up in a country where there's a lot of snow. Sometimes there's freezing rain. And when freezing rain happens, it kind of gathers on top of the snow to form a crust. And sometimes you see little areas where the ice gathered or the snow drifted differently. And you see these patterns in the snow, and it's really, really cool. So let's get started. I'm going to start with my piece of shimmery white. And we're going to get the cute little bear cub out. I'm going to stamp the bear cub in soft suede, stamped and then stamped off. So we'll get two different shades of brown there. So here we go. He's super cute. He's so cute. I absolutely adore this stamp set. What I really like about it is that you don't have to use it for Christmas cards. I'm actually going to use it for some sympathy cards today. Sadly, I am in need of a few. You know what? I'm going to stamp it this way, and that way I can get more bears on here. So there's the one, and then we're going to stamp off, and we'll get a lighter bear. See? And bears all have different coloring, and then you know what? I'm going to do all my stamping, and then I'm going to do my cutting. So now we have a piece of white, and I did my makeup this morning. There's a little smudge. We'll turn it this way. And actually, we're going to use the Stamparatus. So let's take a look at the stamp first. Here. Oh yeah, this is the die that we need. And here is, yeah, I save all my little bits. Look at that, I'm even reusing washi tape. That's okay. It's all about economizing. I figure every little bit of money that I save on things like that gives me more money to buy stamps. Okay, I've always thought that way, and I still do. So you see that this is a rubber stamp. That means that when you use your Stamparatus, you do not need this. This foam, little black foam piece is meant for your photopolymer stamps, for the ones that are clear, okay, because they don't have that foamy underneath, so that compensates for the height. The other thing I use this thing for is if you're stamping on an uneven surface, it's great to put your paper on here and then stamp. It saves you a lot of grief. Okay, so I'm going to put this kind of in the middle. Well, I guess I don't even have to. I can put it right on the side. And I have to wash this thing off. You can wash your stamps off a little bit. Cling stamps, stuff sticks, like they're nice and sticky, but stuff will stick to them. So they do get dirty after a little while, and then just give them a wipe, and then they'll be good to go. Now I want to put my trees, actually I'm going to put them like this, because if you look at the card, take a peek, the trees go up to here, and the piece stops over there. So I want my trees right near the top. And you want to make sure that the trunk of the tree is straight up and down, okay? So let's have a look-see. Now we'll close the lid, and that will pick up the trees. And there we go. Now we'll ink them up. It's a good idea to put the stamp set underneath. That gives you a good solid base. And let's get more into the picture there. And I'm going to use Mossy Meadow, okay? So just flip it up, slide it in, tap, tap, tap. There, and you don't have to press hard. You don't want to squish your ink into the stamp, then you just get puddles of ink where you don't want them. There, and I think that's good. I don't think I'm going to stamp again. What I love about this tree image is that the trees are made so that they look like they have a nice fresh coat of snow on them. So that's great. So now I'm going to close up my ink pad, and I have a white piece for this. I'm going to lay it on a bit. Well, you know what? This one's not long enough. I'm going to cut a new piece for that. Although I'm trying to think, trying to economize again, but no, this piece has to be cut on a longer white piece. Okay, we'll do that in a minute. Move our stamp sets out of the way and get our die cutting machine in here. There we go. Let's just turn that this way. So because I'm doing dies, I need, let's have a look, number 1, number 2, and 2 number 3s, okay? And let's get the little bear, and let's do a die. Now, I would love to hear from you guys if you like to see me do this part of the card making, or do you prefer it when I've done this ahead of time? You know, it's good to see how things work. See, so I'm just laying that on, and I can see the line all the way around. The paws are a bit up. There. Okay. And then put the next plate on top and crank it through. I think it might have moved a little bit. We're about to find out. You hear that clicking noise. And yeah, that's totally fine. Okay. Now we're going to do the second bear. And when you're using your die cutting machine, make sure that you take the time to, don't always cut them on the same panels. Flip them around, switch them around so that they get even use. If you don't do that, I noticed that my glass plates, especially if I've had a class and people have done a lot of die cutting and they're just using the same side all the time, you will get some bending. But if you flip them all the time, then they stay much better. When I was using it just by myself, they lasted a lot longer. Okay, so now the trees. So when you're putting your die cutting, a long die like this through, you don't want to put it through this way because then it doesn't spend as much time under the die cutting machine. It also just barely fits across, so I like to do it this way. So here we go. And there. I almost want to look in my image to see if I'm doing it right. Sometimes I'll use a piece of washi tape to hold it down, but I seem to be doing just fine. That's more necessary when your plates get a little bit bent. Okay, and you know what I'm thinking? Oh no, that's not gonna work. I was thinking I could use the little scrap to do my white pieces, but I can't. And I'm thinking I'm gonna have to cover this up somehow. Maybe I'll have to put a bear there. We'll see. Okay, and now I'm gonna just pause this for a second and I'm going to find a bigger piece of white, okay? I keep all my scraps in file folders, and not just scraps, but all my paper. Each color has its own file, and it's in an IKEA filing cabinet, and I find it just a wonderful thing. So I have this now, and it can go all the way. We'll cut that out. There, now you can't see it anymore, but here it comes again. Table is shaking a little bit. I don't think my table was designed for this kind of thing. So look, it just comes right out. And there we have it. So I'm just going to lay that aside. And now let's start building our card. So we have let's see, the heavy, thick, white, basic white card base. And it is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I see that there were extra pieces in here, so I had it all ready and I didn't have to go look for more. Didn't realize. Thank you, Yvonne, for doing such a good job at kitting up my cards. I think I have 3 kits left for the Arctic Bear, so if you want one, let me know. I'm just going to take these out here. And you know what? We could use those bits too, the extra little... I need my pokey tool. Okay, so this, I'm covering up the whole card front. This is, I think, the whole card front. Yeah, it's 4¼ by 5½. And I'm going to use a liquid adhesive. I just love liquid adhesive these days. Getting used to using it, and I find that it's easy to manipulate my cardstock. I can slide it right into perfect place. I don't have anything going wrong. The only thing that you can do wrong when you're using liquid adhesive is to use too much so that it oozes, okay? So you don't want to do that. And here, see, I'm just going to slide it into place so that there's no white edges anywhere. Perfect. How nice is that? Oh, I know why there's two. Oh. Okay, so we need this piece, and I'm going to use, we have to stamp the trees. There's an extra set of trees. See, so that is here. And then we're going to, if you look at the card, there's an extra set of trees going in behind. See, we'll put the bears on. And maybe I'll put the bears a little bit lower on this one. Then I'll cover up my spot. Yeah. Okay. Now we need our die cut, my trees. Okay, I've lost my, oh, there it is. Silly squirrel. Okay, we're going to move the trees. I want them to go up a little bit higher. Let me just take a peek. Let's have a look. I'm going to lay that on here. It's going to go like that. I'm going to clean off my trees so I can lay them down without making a mess. This is where the Stamparatus just comes in so handy. I've got my chamois here. Okay. So now I want to offset the trees, and I want them a little bit behind. Let's see. Like so. And then a little bit lower. There we go. Perfect. So now I'm going to put them on, move this piece, and then we're good to go. Mossy Meadow. So the Stamparatus is a really great tool for positioning your stamps. You don't have to guess. It's also the last day to get the starter kit. This is a great tool to put in your starter kit. I asked a question on my Facebook page. I am curious, and I would love for you guys to answer it here too on my YouTube. Why would you not get the starter kit? In my mind, okay, now I might be delusional, but in my mind, I picture every single one of my customers getting the starter kit, every one of them, because it's just the best deal ever. So I'm thinking, why wouldn't you? I'm in Holland, you get your starter kit. Even if you think, oh, I can't keep this up as a business, I can't spend $300 every 4 months, it's not a big deal. Get your starter kit, get the great deal on the kit, and then place another order so that you get the Christmas stuff, the stuff from the mini in December, and you get free celebration stuff, and see what happens. And if you drop, you drop, but then you have that amazing deal. Why would you say no to that? Anyway, I'm curious because there must be a reason. People are saying no, and I would love to know why. Okay? And that's not to be pushy. It's just pure curiosity. So help this girl out. Oh, you know what we need? We need some birds. And the birds are from here. And we're going to stamp the birds in smoky slate. Okay? There we go. Lay them on. Smoky slate. So anyway, I digress. But, you know, I do love telling the story of the starter kit because I wish that someone had told me that I didn't have to do this as a business in order to get the starter kit. I would have been doing this much longer. I would have saved more money. I would have had more fun. So that's why I tell you. Okay, so this is going to go down now. So even though it's a simple card, there are steps, as you can see. And that's good. You want to have fun with your hobby. You don't want to make a card in 30 seconds. Okay, so this is going to go down. So this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So that gives you just a little narrow 1/8 border all the way around the edge. So now we're going to take the piece that we die cut and it's going to be popped up. So we want some dimensionals. Are you impressed with how organized I am? I cleaned off my desk yesterday and I have a new thing to stamp on. It's a bit bigger. I found that grid paper made it hard for my camera to focus. So I'm hoping that this is better. I want to thank all of you for subscribing. If you haven't yet, click on the bottom right button And we're at over 4,000 subscribers now, which was my goal. So Claudette won the cabin dies, and when we get to 5,000, I'm going to do another draw. And make sure that you subscribe and that you comment on my videos, and then you can be in the draw. And we'll see which set it's going to be. Maybe it'll be the daffodil dies in the new catalog. But I will let you know. And I just like to have fun with this. The best advertising for a small business is word of mouth, and digitally on social media, it's sharing and liking and subscribing. So I'm shamelessly asking you to do that. So this pops up. See? And it gives you, doesn't it just so nice? That was such bad English. Doesn't this so nice? I'm so excited I can't talk. Doesn't this look so nice that you get this idea that you're going up over the hill and there's these trees that are all beautiful in front of you, and then there's other trees in the distance. That's what dimensionals do. It's that cute. Okay, so now we need to do this. Now I could have just laid this on, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to break it up a little bit. So we need scissors. There we go. And it doesn't have to be exactly the same, but I think that I also used little bits of the pieces that came out of the middle. That's what I think. But we're going to cut some here. The idea is just that it is random. Okay, so I just want to add some depth. And here. And it's going to be different. This one maybe be a bit longer. Here, let me get in the picture so that you can actually see what I'm doing. There. Yeah, that's good. I could go another one going the other way. Here. There, like so. We'll do this one a little bit differently. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take a silicone mat. We're going to take a little bit of adhesive, like so, not a lot, and then a sponge, okay? A sponge that you keep in a bag. This is your glue sponge. You can't wash these. You'll never be able to use it for anything else, okay? So you're dedicating this to glue. And then you flip your piece over. Oops. Here, I've got a fuzzy on my hand. And just dab it gently. And here a little bit. And then this can be a little bit messy. Let's move this out of the way. This one was going at the bottom. And here we go. There. I should have done this before I popped it up. I'm not going to lie. I'm getting a little bit unorganized now. There. And we'll do this here. And maybe I want just a skinny one in here. Tap, 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 tap. And then the other one. And let's do this one from the other side. So, there. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Here, take a look. And now we're going to pop up our bears. The one is going to go flat. Lost my adhesive. Let's move that out of the way. I'm trying to keep a clean work surface. Very difficult for me. Does anyone else have troubles with that? I'm just going to put it on the bottom because I'm not sure how high he's going to go up. So I want to give myself some wiggle room. So he's going to go here. There. And then the other one is going to be popped up. And I was remembering that I wanted to cover up that little red smudge. I have no idea where that came from. I didn't use any red ink. It is a mystery. So, but you know what? It happens. It's an inky business, this card making thing, and you will get ink in places you don't want. And I call those embellishment opportunities. Okay? Sometimes life has embellishment opportunities too, right? Things happen that we don't like, and you just have to make the best of it. Don't dwell on it. Look at that. How cute is that? Oh, I love it. Now, I have a blue line going across my screen. I hope that you guys don't have that. Oh, now it's moving again. Okay, well, let's hope not. All right, so that's the card for today. I'm quite happy with how it turned out. I'm going to show you some other cards. Let me just move my stuff out of the way. So that's the card for today. This is the card I'm going to use as a sympathy card. See? This one would also work as a sympathy card. See? This one just has a bigger black edge. So we had a bit of a vote on this last week. This was last week's card. Which one do you like better? The one with a bigger black edge or the smaller one? So they both have things going for them. Here is another cabin card with the trees. See? Isn't that fun? Yeah. So the cabin is one of my favorite. Here's the bear with watercolor, a watercolor scene. And this was a thank you card case straight from the catalog. And here it is with a Christmas saying on it. And then we have this one with the icicles. And this would also make a good sympathy card. So those are the polar bear cards. And now, are you ready for my parcels in the post? So I'm stopping with the virtual coffee and a card class because I, quite frankly, do not like packing up all these kits with all these little bits and bobs. It's not fun. It does not make my heart sing, and life is too short. I want to do things that make me happy. What makes me happy is teaching you, and what makes me happy is giving you good value. So I know that if you're not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you don't always need packs of cardstock in 24 sheets. So my parcels in the post have either a 6x6 assortment or a 6x12 assortment of pattern paper, and then coordinating 10 sheets of coordinating cardstock, some ribbon, and some embellishments. And it's $25 for porch pickup or $32 to be mailed anywhere in Canada. So in December, I'm going to be focusing on the Peaceful Deer. This gift bag is one of the projects, and you get some of this ribbon. And now I'm going to show you the cards that I'm going to make with you. Okay. And I think they're absolutely stunning. I'm so happy with this. I'm not sure if there's going to be a PDF tutorial or not, but the cards are beautiful, and I'm going to be doing 2 projects every week, and by the end of the month, I will have done them all. So you will have the resources to create with your parcel in the post. So let me know as soon as possible. If you end up ordering one of the bundles, or actually it should be 2 bundles, then you can get the parcel in the post for free. Okay, so let me know. Or if you join my team today, just today, you get a free parcel in the post as a thank you, and as, you know what, I'm not allowed to do that. Oh, I'm allowed to give you gifts, but no, take it away. The starter kit is a good enough deal on its own. I can't give you any other extra bonuses for doing that. Okay, so take that away. You didn't hear that. Pretend it didn't happen. Okay, so this is the first card. And I did do a blog post that shows all the things that I used for this. This one. Some of these ideas were not my own. Some of them I had to switch up to Imperial. I love this card. This is the one that started it all. Take a look at this. Isn't that great? That's why you've got a 6x12 piece of paper, so you can make this card. That twine is in there as well. You've got the gingham ribbon in your kit. Isn't that so pretty? And so those are the Encircled in Beauty dies. And this is a card like that, see? An easel card. So pretty. So you'll have all that pattern paper. Oh, that's all I have in there. I know I have more. Okay, well, that's all I can show you. There are more projects, but that's it for now. All right, guys. Well, all I can say is thank you for joining me. I hope that you have a super day. I'm trying to switch this out to here. There we go. No, it's not wanting to work. There. All right, so here is where you can find me. I'd love it if you pop over to my blog. Then you can Google the parcels in the post and see what's included. It's at the top under services. If you want to shop with me or you want to join my team, you can go to thepamperedstamper.stampinup.net. You can find me for all kinds of fun things on Facebook. And if you want to message me with any questions or anything, you can email me. Okay? Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Bye.